pancakes. You're listening to Sprinkles TV, and I'm back again with another video. I told you guys I was going to do the true crime videos every Wednesday, and here we are. Last time we talked about the Felicia Scott case dealing with the fetal abduction, and I told you guys that there were more cases just like hers. And I'm here today to go over a couple more cases, probably around 6 more cases, okay? So, get your popcorn, sit down, and let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to take it back to 1995. We're going to talk about a woman named Debra Evans. Debra Evans was born in 1967, and unfortunately she died on November 16th, 1995. So she had to be about 27, 28 years old. And what happened to her was every bit of crazy. At 8:30 p.m. on November 16th, 1995, a Thursday, Levern Ward, which was a man, it sounds like a woman for some reason, Levern, but it's a guy. He's 24, and he rang up with his old girlfriend, Debra Evans, who was 28 at the time. Evans was a mother of 3 children, and she had one on the way, okay? She moved away from Hanover Park, which was a bad area in Chicago, to try to rebuild her life in middle-class Addison. Levern, along with his cousin Jacqueline Williams, which was a 28-year-old woman, and her boyfriend, Fedell Caffey, he was 22 at the time. So let's go back. We got Levern, who's 24. We got his cousin Jacqueline, 28. And her boyfriend, 22. What is she doing with a 22-year-old boyfriend? Well, actually, what is Levern, who's 24, having an old girlfriend who's 28? I guess they like them young around there. So anyway, moving on. They all go to Debra's apartment, okay? According to relatives, Levern was high on crack, and Debra let him in. I guess this is something that he's always doing, because I guess she wasn't phased at all, and she just let him in the house. They had a brief argument. Well, Fedell, which is Jacqueline's boyfriend, he shot Debra in the head with a small caliber handgun and stabbed her repeatedly with a knife. Think about this. Jacqueline's boyfriend, we got Debra, whose boyfriend is Levern. Levern's cousin Jacqueline had a boyfriend who shot her in the fucking head with a small caliber handgun and stabbed her repeatedly with a knife. Why? Next, Levern and Fedell went into the bathroom of Debra's daughter, Samantha. And this is very, 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 very hard to say. Samantha was 10 years old. Well, they went in the bathroom where she was. She probably was, I can't even get this out. This is so sad. She probably was hiding. I'm just gonna autopilot. She probably was hiding, and they stabbed her to death. I'm gonna just get through it. Okay. They said the defense wounds on her forearms suggest that she died from trying to defend herself. Okay, moving on. The 3 of them then go downstairs, taking the unborn baby boy who Debra was pregnant with. They cut the baby out of her stomach. They took the unborn baby boy downstairs with them, who Debra planned to name Elijah. So that's the name of the baby boy. Police say that Fedell and Jacqueline were going to claim the child as their own. So let me think about this. They went to go to her apartment to take her baby to raise it as their own. This is crazy. I guess Jacqueline's tubes had been tied, one of her friends explained to police. And after she gave birth to her 3 children. So Jacqueline has 3 children, 3 other children, and she's sitting here stealing someone else's child to raise as her own for the satisfaction of her boyfriend. I know it's for her boyfriend. I know it. Anyway, so Fedell allegedly used scissors and a knife to perform the C-section on Debra. Scissors and a knife. Scissors. Okay. Then Jacqueline, who has some training as a nurse's aide, a nurse's aide. Well, she extracted the 38-week-old baby boy. He was 6 pounds and 8 ounces. After reviving Elijah with mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, Jacqueline cut the umbilical cord. Then she cleaned him up and dressed him. Okay, so Levern and Debra had a son, a 19-month-old son named Jordan. They left the boy behind with his dead mother in the apartment, and the 3 of them fled with the newborn that they just delivered from Debra and his brother Joshua, who was 8 years old. So they murdered Samantha, the little girl that was hiding in the bathroom, and they kept alive the 19-month-old son Jordan, and took the other boy Joshua, who was 8, and the new baby. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so later on, police learned that Joshua, who was the 8-year-old boy, reached out for help, telling some adult about the murders that had happened. Well, I guess after he told an adult about it, his captors, which was Jacqueline, Levern, and Fedell, they allegedly poisoned him and strangled him before stabbing him to death. Okay? I guess they found out that he told. And police found his body in an alley in the suburb of Maywood. Around 2 a.m. on the night of the murders, Debra, which is the woman that they murdered, her live-in boyfriend, I guess he came home from work that night, and he came to the door, opened the door, and he was greeted by the little 19-month-old little boy that they left behind. And he had blood all over him, but he was unharmed, so that was good. Inside, he found his girlfriend's body beneath a blanket, and Samantha, which was the little girl, the 10-year-old girl, in the bedroom. And you know what happened to her. Okay? So the baby that they had took out of her stomach was eventually recovered by the police. And the 3 of them all got life in prison for murder. Okay? So something good came out of that. They went to jail for murder. They got caught. So let's have a hand clap for that. All right, so that's 1995. Let's go to 1998. We have a woman named Josefina Saldana, and this is in Fresno, California, okay? Well, in September 1998, Josefina Saldana posed as a charity worker and lured an expecting mother to her home on the promise of free diapers, free baby clothes, and free baby furniture. Margarita was so excited about it that she went to Josephine's house ASAP, and she wanted to collect the stuff. So when she got there, Josefina was like, okay, we have to go to this warehouse to get the items. Well, Margarita, being 8 months pregnant, went alone with this lady that she barely even knows. And she's 8 months, so you know her feet is swollen, she's tired, she can barely move. I don't know who let her go out the house alone to meet a woman to get baby furniture. Why would they even want a pregnant woman getting baby furniture, picking it up and picking up boxes of diapers? Why would they even let her do that? But they did. Well, when she didn't return home the next day, her family called police. This is crazy to wait a whole day before calling police. This is what I don't get. This is what I don't get. Why people do this. You wait a whole 24 hours to see if a pregnant woman is going to come home or not before you call the police. What? Margarita Flores, who was 40 years old at the time, and her unborn child were both killed by Josefina in her Fresno home. The next day, Josefina went to the hospital with the dead fetus, saying that she had prematurely gone into labor. But hospital tests showed that Saldana was not and had not been pregnant. Police arrived at the hospital and arrested her. A month later, Margarita's remains were found in Tijuana, Mexico. Josefina maintained that she had offered to buy Margarita's baby, and Margarita went into labor on her own, but delivered a stillborn child. Josefina hung herself in her prison cell 3 days after she was convicted of 2 counts of murder, one for Margarita and one for Margarita's unborn child. The reason Saldana hung herself was because she said that she was too humiliated by the exposing of the situation. That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, we have another one. 2006. Okay. This is in East St. Louis, and this is a woman named Tiffany Hall. Tiffany Hall killed pregnant Jamela Tunstall. Okay? She killed her. She cut her fetus from her womb and drowned her other 3 children. Oh my gosh, this. She drowned her other 3 young children, 7, 2, and 1. Let me just get through that. She left them in the washing machine. Oh my gosh. She left them in the washing machine and the dryer. Wow. I have no words. Whew. Okay. These 2 women, Tiffany Hall and Jamela Tunstall, grew up together. They went to the same school, same neighborhood, same everything. Tiffany frequently babysat Jamela's children. So this is a woman that Jamela had around her children, and she ended up killing. Oh my gosh. Be careful who you have around your children. Can you believe she had this woman around her children, babysitting them this whole time, and then she went and murdered them? Like she didn't even know these kids. Like she had no attachment at all. And put them in the washroom. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess Tiffany knocks Jamela out unconscious. And she cut the baby from her womb with scissors. Here we go again with the scissors. What the heck is it about these scissors? They can't find anything sharper? There's other things. You got scalpels. You got razors. You use scissors. She cut the baby out of her womb and she left her body in a vacant lot like she was nothing. The baby, unfortunately, didn't survive the attack. And you know what? 2008, 2 years later, Tiffany was caught and she got life in prison. Wow. Okay. We have another one. This is in Ravenna, Ohio in the year 2000. Michelle Bica, however you say it. Michelle Bica, who's 39 years old, she was faking her own pregnancy at the time. Okay? She was out at the grocery store and she casually met a woman named Theresa Andrews, who was pregnant too, but for real. And she was 23 years old. So we got 39-year-old Michelle and 23-year-old Theresa. They exchange home addresses, not phone numbers. They exchange home addresses. Okay? Wow. 2000, we exchanging home addresses, not phone numbers? Anyway, Michelle began stalking Theresa. I guess she was so infatuated with her and, seeing that she was pregnant and she wasn't actually pregnant. She started becoming very, interested in her and began stalking her. She eventually shot Theresa and removed her fetus from her womb. Okay. I guess the way she did it was she invited Theresa to her house. You know, they exchanged some addresses, girl. So she invited her to her house, and that's when she shot her and removed the fetus. So it wasn't out like in the woods. It was at her house. And she buried her body in the garage. Michelle takes the baby and, you know, she shows off the new baby to her family and her friends, and she claims it as her own son. It was a little boy. FBI agents started to show up at her house and question her about it because I guess they found out that Michelle had invited Theresa to her house, and they began to question her about it, and she became fearful of the punishment and she shot herself. So yeah, that's how that one ended. Wow. Okay, here's another one. Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania in 2008. We got 18-year-old Kia Johnson. Her body was found in the apartment of Andrea Curry, who's 38. Kia's womb was ripped out. Andrea had taken the baby as her own. Andrea had just been released from prison, serving 8 years. I guess she went to jail for stabbing a woman as a plot to take her baby. And then she also went to jail because she, I guess, kidnapped a baby from a hospital. So she just has this thing. She needs a baby. She wants a baby. Like, she's going to do whatever she needs to do. She went to jail for that for 8 years and gets out. And I guess it's still on her brain. She still wants this baby. And she kills Kia. 18-year-old Kia Johnson. Wow. Wow. Unfortunately, Kia Johnson didn't know about her past, and she was the victim to Andrea as a plot to steal her baby too. And you know what? The baby did survive. So that was good. The baby survived, but the mother didn't survive. So I don't know if family took her or she was put into the, adoption agency, but wow, that was a sad case. She was 18 years old. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Well, that was it for today, guys. I know it's more, but this is all I have time for today, and I hope you liked it. I mean, I know it's a horrible, horrible topic, but I hope that it was informative, and you take this information and you share it with others, because people don't know what goes on out here. It's so crazy. Like, this is sick. It's some sick people out here. People don't know what's going on out here. And please help me spread the word so that other pregnant women, can be on the watch out for creeps like this. You're pregnant, you walking through a parking lot alone, have that pepper spray out. Get to your car as soon as you can. Don't be lollygagging, looking at your phone. Watch your surroundings. It's people out here trying to take your baby. I never thought while I was pregnant that someone would be plotting to steal my baby. It just makes me scared. It's just like, I don't even want to go flaunting my belly around no more, because you got people out here lurking and they want that baby. Some of them couldn't have their own children, and, they decided to take someone else's child because they thought they didn't deserve the child. I don't know what it was, but this is, I don't even know the word for it. This is, wow. Thank you guys for watching this video. Be on the lookout for another video Friday. If not, it's going to be another video on Wednesday, because I am uploading every Wednesday for true crime episodes. So stay tuned. Bye, guys.